work unless you do.
We try so hard in our lives to fit in. We try to fit into certain groups, certain frats, certain sororities, among certain friends. Yet the people we idolize are the ones that stand out. But when you're prepared, there is no fear. There is no fear of failure. Because even if you've walked out of something and you feel like you failed at it, your preparation is so strong that you're gonna take that failure and turn it into the outcome you desire. And most people stop at failure, okay? We've all failed at things. I'm gonna continue to fail at stuff, right? It's the most powerful tool you can use, but it all depends on how you use it.
What would your future be like if you decided to want that which you desire so strongly that it prepares you past your fears, that you experience the fear, as the one book says, feel the fear and do it anyway.
Life is 10% what happens to you, is 90% what you do about it. No matter who you are, no matter where you are in life, you can take the lid off of your job. And if you're wondering if you still have the lid on in your life, here are some clues that's gonna let you know that the lid is still on. If you're not excited about waking up in the morning, if you're sitting around bored out of your mind, if you got time to do everything anybody asks you to do, you probably got the lid on. If when you tell your dreams to all your friends, it makes sense to them, you got your lid on, man. Your dreams should not make sense to everybody. You gotta say something that make people go, how you gonna do that? That's when you got the lid off. And if I were you, I'd do that. I'd take the lid off. Makes sense to me, don't it?
They're always gonna get ready to get set to get going. What we've gotta do is, boom, just like that, move into action.
Every time you remember your dream, you're removing some dirt. You're digging it back out. The true mark of a champion is even though some dirt gets thrown on your dream, instead of letting it get buried, you keep shaking it off. You keep moving forward. You keep looking for a new opportunity. You wouldn't be having that opposition if you didn't have something great in you. If your dream wasn't alive and on track, right on schedule to come to pass, you wouldn't have so many things coming against you. That dream is still alive. You may have tried a year ago, 5 years ago, or 40 years ago. Didn't work out. Nobody was there to help you. Go back and try again. This is your time. This is your moment. Your destiny is calling out to you. Can I tell you, your dream is not dead. It's just not in season. Your time is coming. Promotion is coming. Good breaks are coming. Promises you've been standing on. Dreams you've been praying about. Lack is not your destiny. Constantly struggling, barely getting by is not the end of your story. These light afflictions are for a moment. The adversity is temporary. The glory is eternal. Lord, I believe this is my year to get healthy and whole. This is my year to meet the people of my dreams. This is my year to go further in my career, to step into a new level of my destiny. This is my year to accomplish dreams, to break free from this depression. This is my year to meet the right people. This is my year to get healthy and whole. This is your year to see double. This is your year for vindication, for restoration, for new beginnings. Now get your mind going in the right direction.
Here's the secret. The people that do the most with their lives, the people that seem the most self-assured, the ones that seem to embody confidence, the ones that seem to define confidence, they're the ones that had to face down the most fear. They simply didn't linger in it.
Don't hate your competitors. Respect your competitors. Learn from him.
I had a very important person in my life come to me and say, who's your hero? And I said, I don't know, I got to think about that. Give me a couple of weeks. I said, I thought about it. You know who it is? I said, it's me in 10 years. So I turned 25 10 years later. That same person comes to me and goes, so are you a hero? And I was like, not even close. said, why? I said, because my hero is me at 35. So you see, every day, every week, every month, and every year of my life, my hero is always 10 years away. I'm never going to be a hero. I'm not going to attain that. I know I'm not. And that's just fine with me because that keeps me with somebody to keep on chasing.
That's the thing. Success and failure are generally slow processes. Either slowly building things up or gradually tearing them down. And that's why I say you've got to pay attention. You have to watch. You have to watch every single second.
Choose love, and don't ever let fear turn you against your playful heart.
I believe in manifestation. I believe in putting a rocket of desire out into the universe, and you get it when you believe it. You get it when you believe you have it, and that's the key.
So we want to get really sensitized, acutely sensitized, sensory acuity, to whether what we're doing is working or not. And by the way, sensory acuity is really the measure of a person's intelligence. What I mean by that is, how do we measure intelligence? Intelligence is a measure of the number and quality of distinctions you have in a given situation.
You can handle this, you just haven't figured it out yet. It's all right, this is your training period. This is the tuition you have to pay for what you don't know. You can do this, other people have done it. It doesn't take an Einstein. Get you some people that can teach you some stuff that you don't know. Get you some people that have done it successfully and learn from them. Take some seminars, workshops, read some books on how to manage a business. Change the way you see yourself and begin to tend to the personal details. Understand that nobody's going to take care of your business better than you.
You will notice the most successful people in any field, they are usually the ones who have failed more than anybody else. You see the difference between a successful person and everyone else? It's not a lack of strength, it's not a lack of knowledge, it's a lack of will.
It's up to you in a world where we're taught to look outside for answers, for a job that will make us happy, for money that will make us happy. The answer is within. We already have it. We already have the answer, but will we unleash it? Will we give it? Will we own it? Will we truly reinvent ourselves to become the people that we're capable of becoming?
The bow too tightly strung is easily broken, says one of the Proverbs. Balance is a gorgeous thing. So be monomaniacal in your execution around your high-value targets, your HVTs, your mission plan, but also build in some rewards. And that's going to send a gorgeous message to your conscious and your subconscious mind that, hey, this daily practice of execution around my deliverables is a beautiful thing. And you create this thing called momentum. And the monk who sold his Ferrari, I went back and I saw this recently. I think there's a whole chapter on momentum. And you become like this. I love skiing. You start off small, but as you go down the slope, you pick up momentum. A lot of people say, Robin, where do I start? I want to start a new business. I want to become a better artist. I want to find the love of my life. I want to be a world-class creative. I want to multiply my financial life. Where do I start? You just start. You just start. There's great power in the start. And when you start, life starts supporting you.
Well, God wants us all to be courageous because He knows we'll face times in life and situations and circumstances that it takes more than just a desire, it takes courage. Many people operate on the basis of fear, on the basis of what other people think. We as believers should operate on the basis of courage. Courage to say no when we ought to say no. Courage to say yes when we should say yes. So what kind of courage do you have? Is yours sort of floating between depending on the situation? Or do you know the difference between right and wrong for your life? And you've made up your mind.
Ask yourself one question. Am I a doer or a dabbler? Marketers are doers. They want to sell online and make a profit doing it. Marketers say they make it hard at times, but it's possible. Dabblers say it may be possible, but it's too hard. Marketers have proven plans and frameworks. Dabblers have excuses. Marketers see possibilities. Dabblers see problems. Marketers make it happen. Dabblers let it happen. Marketers sell on Launchcard. Dabblers exist on other platforms. Which are you, a marketer or a dabbler? I am a marketer.
Good morning, everybody. Good morning, Candace. Good morning, Justin.
Good morning, good afternoon. Hi, everyone.
Morning. Good to see everyone. Thanks for being here.
Yes, good to see you. Welcome,
All
everyone.
right.
How is everyone? I see the chat is popping off. I see Joel is here. Cameron, what's up? Deidre, hi. Stefan, Carmen. Welcome, everyone. If you are here, I want to see you say hello in the chat. Let's get active.
Let's do this. And you're on YouTube, probably watching us on YouTube / I heard this before, so I wanted to say it. Smash that like button and smash that subscribe button and make sure you get all the notifications from our YouTube channel. So every time we post something new, you get it. Share this out. Let some friends know this is happening. Today is going to be an exciting day, and I got some amazing news because I got some Gmail this morning that's changed everything. So today is going to be completely different than we've ever done before. And all because of this Gmail, and I'll explain the Gmail here shortly, but I got to have a little bit of a cliffhanger, make you think about that.
Awesome.
All right.
I'm excited. Hi, Sonia. Hi, Kevin. Hi, Lynn. I see Brown Waters. Welcome, everyone. AD Production House. I'm blanking on your name. I know you said it yesterday, but welcome, AD Production House. It's so awesome to see the same faces from yesterday. If you didn't tune in yesterday, make sure you're still saying hi and engaging. If you're catching the replay, I want to say hi to you. So I saw a lot of views last night, but I didn't see anyone comment replay on YouTube. I saw it on Facebook, but not YouTube. So I want to make sure I'm saying hi to all the people who maybe couldn't show up live, but I want to give you love and acknowledge you for showing up and taking action. And okay, yes, Adil. Okay, welcome. And I see Rick is in the house. Hi, Rick. Welcome, everyone. Okay, before we dive in and get to the mindset moment, if you tuned in yesterday, I want to hear one of your takeaways. What was a takeaway from yesterday's challenge? And while I'm waiting for the comments to pop up, Justin, I'm going to throw you on the spot. From tuning in, what was I know this is your world too, but what was a takeaway from yesterday's challenge?
Yeah, Candace, I'd say my main takeaway was the AI simplification that you can achieve and the time savings that comes with utilizing AI to build your brand template, your color scheme, and even the imagery, right? The logo that, we did real time. And so it's a game changer. Like overall, like I've become 80% more productive in my role thanks to AI. And your demonstration yesterday and Greg's demonstration with the logo, like that was just a game changer. The fact that you can go in, and that was a pro tip that you shared that I really was shocked about, that you can just actually go in, use that tool, edit it, and even edit the text like real time. So that was a big aha moment for me. And so yeah, definitely a good pro tip for everyone listening.
I love it. Yeah, the Canva. I'm always learning something new every day with Canva because Canva I've been with Canva years ago before it ever blew up, and now it's blown up, and it's awesome because they're always adding to it and elevating it. Just like Launchcart, we're always adding and elevating and keeping up with the times. So thank you for that, Justin. And then also, honestly, I think one of mine too is the AI, because I love AI. And I actually just watched a video yesterday from Grant Cardone, and he basically was saying, if you're not getting on the AI, wagon, you're going to be left behind. Like the wagon is leaving, the ship is going off into outer space. Are you going to hop on? You're going to stay off. So I love that. I see Adil, he said the color picker tool. That's one of my tools that I use every day. So it's awesome. And the use of Canva. Chris says, last night was eye-opening. Didn't know so much was involved in branding, logo, feel, perception, colors, etc. Yes, there's branding means so much more than I think most people realize. And I think it really just comes down to being intentional. And once again, when you're intentional and putting time and effort into your brand, you're already going to stand apart from your competitors, from the other masses out there who are also maybe in a similar industry. So if you take that extra time and that intention and get clarity, and you're staying committed and consistent, you are setting yourself apart. Carmen goes, yes, AI and branding and consistency is key. Launchcart CRM, okay. 80% of success is showing up. Thank you for being here and showing up for your own success. That's awesome. Brown Waters, I have a whole AI tech architecture firm. That's awesome. I love it. Joel, emotional connection. Kevin, build brands to the mind of the customer. Guys, I'm loving these takeaways. That means you guys are engaged and you are listening and you are taking notes. So that's awesome. Awesome. And I want to acknowledge this. Gail. Yes. Hi, Gail. Gail was one of my past clients. So I'm excited you're here. The Emerald Rooster, her store is looking good. Okay, everyone. So
Candace is so happy. I love that little smile on her face. She's like, oh, you guys are so engaged. Okay.
I know I do. I love engagement because you know what that means? We're connecting. Community connection. If it was just crickets in here, it wouldn't be as fun, right? It'd be like, So
Candace likes doing this because she sits and works from her home and doesn't get a chance to meet a lot of people. So this is like her way to meet people. But why are we here, everybody? Does everyone know why we're here? Let me show you why we're here. You guys ready why we're here?
Why on earth would I wear a sweatshirt with another brand's name on it? I walked into this hotel today. I have a sweatshirt on that says my name across the front, and I have a hat on that says my name across the back. Sirhan here, just in case you see me. Why on earth would I wear a sweatshirt with another brand's name on it? Why would I ever walk down the street advertising someone else's logo? I'm a salesperson. I'm an entrepreneur. I'm a brand before I'm a broker, and you all are too. Every single one of you should have sweatshirts and hats with your own names on it. It's not that hard. You should go and do it. Because you know what that's going to do? It's going to reinforce, not just in everybody else's mind, but in your own mind, that you are a CEO that's way bigger than you were. I do that to reinforce it to myself. And it fucking works. And I've been doing it for a long time. And then it starts to transcribe over to social, over to media, and then everything else we do.
That's why we're here, people. Now, I want to give away $25 gift certificate to some Launchcart merch. So here's what we're going to do. For those early birds that showed up early, whenever we start our videos, I do the marketer or dabbler. Give me one quote of what a marketer does. The first person to give me one quote of what a marketer does gets $25 gift certificate to the Launchcart merch store. Because guess what? If you're here, you're a marketer because you're here taking time out of your day. We value it. We're taking time out of our day. We want you to succeed. When you succeed, we succeed. And when you take on this marketer's mindset and you start to think of things from a marketing perspective and getting in the mind of the customer, creating a brand that would speak to your customer and who is your avatar and who is your customer, this all is going to help you make more money, give you more freedom, give you more financial success, and change your life. So with that, I want to say thank you. I want to say thank you to the VIPs. And I know Justin wanted to kind of comment on the VIPs as well. And then we're going to kind of dive into things.
Yeah, thanks, Craig. So we love action takers around here, right? And there's a quote, knowledge is power. And I actually disagree with that. Okay. What's real power is applied knowledge. Okay. Let me repeat that. Knowledge is not power. Okay, guys, knowledge is not power. You can know everything in the world about anything, right? But unless you're executing, right? Execution is everything. Applied knowledge is really true power. And so I want to recognize here live some people that have taken action and they've committed to signing up for free VIP offer. And so let's recognize some of those people right now. So Desiree, Chris, JM, another Chris, Ahmad, Siobhan, Trafina, Olga, Peter, Marissa, Thomas. You guys, I want to recognize you guys and acknowledge you guys for taking action, committing to your success. And so, yeah, just want to give a quick shout out and highlight some of those special VIPs who have signed up and they're committed. And again, it's all about taking not just action, but massive action. And they've really demonstrated that. So back over to you, Greg. Thank you.
That's awesome. And I love the acknowledgement too. It's awesome.
I muted myself because we're in the same office. So thank you for that, Justin. And with that being said, we are going to do a VIP session at 1 o'clock today. So we will send you VIP as a special link, and you will be able to click on that link and join us. We're going to answer your questions live and help you in particular for you taking action. Now, with that being said, I'm going to dive right into the mindset moment, as Candace corrected me from the mindset minute yesterday. And I do want to talk about fear. So fear, the acronym false evidence appearing real. And this very simple concept of how you overcome fear. You overcome fear through knowledge. You're on this call to hopefully gain some knowledge and some inspiration, and some wisdom. And that's exactly how you overcome fear. You're not afraid of anything if you know what's going on. And I don't have time to show it today, but I have this hang gliding analogy where I jump off a 5,000-foot cliff and I fly around and hang glide and ask people, hey, who would fly out? Yeah, well, no, I wouldn't do that. I'm afraid. See, but when you learn the steps and you learn everything it takes about the wind and the gliders and the setup and everything it takes to get it going, and you take baby steps and you get there, your confidence grows, your self-esteem grows. And as your confidence grows, as your self-esteem grows, as your clarity grows, you lose fear. You don't have fear. Now, failure is different. That's a different subject, but we're just talking about fear. We're all going to fail. I've failed many times. I'm going to continue to fail. Life, fail faster, as they say. Fail faster, right? So keep in mind that we want to kick fear's butt through gaining knowledge and clarity. Okay, so it really comes from uncertainty. Fear is a result of uncertainty, and knowledge and clarity give you certainty, eliminates the fear. Okay, so that's today's mindset moment. But I'm going to top it off with one of my great friends and mentors, and you're going to love this guy. He is one of my favorite guys, and he talks about eliminating the 3 P's. So we're going to do one more thing. We're going to have one of the best mentors ever talk about eliminating the 3 P's.
3 P's that you got to annihilate, crush, or destroy if they're getting in the way of your progress in a relationship or your career or your happiness or your health. These are the 3 P's that make learned helplessness. Number 1, you think the problem is permanent. Once you've had enough disappointment, sometimes your brain doesn't want to get disappointed, so it's a permanent problem. Please write down, no problem is permanent. Only your soul is permanent. Nothing's forever. Everything changes. Everything eventually ends and something new begins. That's part of life. Those are the seasons of life. The second P that keeps people in learned helplessness so they don't change, this belief's got to be annihilated, broken through, and that it's pervasive. That means that because my relationship's not great, my whole life is horrible. And you're forgetting you do have health, or you do have friends, or you do have a job, or you do have whatever. I can breathe. And the third one is we think the problem is personal. There's something wrong with me. And if you start believing that, it becomes self-fulfilling. You give up. See, I'm not good enough. I'm not beautiful enough. I'm not smart enough. I always screw it up. So those 3 P's got to be destroyed.
Boom. That's what I'm talking about. How many of you guys out there can start working on destroying those 3 P's and getting rid of fear in your life through what we just talked about? Put it in the chat box. Let us know what you think about that. I just love it. I just love that. You know, nothing is permanent. Nothing is pervasive, and don't take anything personal, right? So that's very cool.
I got some breaking news to share, Greg. I want to acknowledge Gerald. Gerald just took advantage of our VIP. So Gerald, shout out to you, another action taker. Over to you, Greg. Thank you.
Okay, so we're gonna get going today. I'm gonna go ahead and remove Justin.
I'm gonna have to cut you off because you know I gotta put in my 2 cents for the mindset.
That's right. Okay. I forgot.
He knows I'm just like him, you guys. And if he's yip yapping away, I gotta yip yap away. So I love the fail faster, right? We want to fail because that's how we grow and evolve. If we just stay comfortable and safe, we're missing out on growth, right? And something I wanted to share, you kept saying, through experience, taking action, you get confidence. And something that I've been hearing is Godfidence. Also grow that confidence, grow that Godfidence, knowing if you are faith-based and you believe in a higher power, God is on your side. He's going to carry you through as long as you are taking action and showing up. So I love that. I had to bring up the Godfidence because that's something that I wrote down. And you guys just stay in student mentality. Stay in student mentality, because how can you get to the next level? By growing and learning, right? And if you are having fear, you are having uncertainty, acknowledge that and be like, okay, how can I get rid of this fear? Okay, I don't have the confidence to talk about my merch store or promote my merch store or even what I'm doing. Well, that's why we keep pushing, take action, because when you know exactly what you do, and you eat, breathe, sleep it, trust me, you have the confidence to promote it, to talk about it, to talk to someone on the elevator about it. It's going to come through you. And then just like what Tony Robbins said, nothing is forever. Nothing is forever. And I want to share one quote and we'll move on. But so fear could also be known as imposter syndrome, because I think my dad said it. Fear is false evidence appearing real. So imposter syndrome. So something I wrote down from a past training I did years ago was imposter syndrome is the indication of the gap between where you are now and the person you will become in the process. So that's where you are right now. And now let's grow to where you need to be. And by you guys, if you guys are staying comfortable, you are missing out on impacting people. Like, for example, if Justin, my dad, and myself didn't show up today and tomorrow, we wouldn't be impacting you. You wouldn't be learning something. So by us staying comfortable and holding back and overthinking and saying, we can't launch the challenge, we're missing out on serving and doing our God's purpose, our mission that we're here to be, which is to serve to you guys and help you guys lead build the life that you desire and lead your life to financial freedom. So it's something I want you to think about with whatever you are planning on building, what you're working on now. By you not taking action, you're missing out on showing up and serving and impacting the next person.
Boom. Now that's the father-daughter duo right there. I gotta love it. Thank you, honey. That's awesome. I gotta tell you, it just gives me such great joy to do this with my daughter Candace, and I hope she enjoys as much as I do. So it's just so fun. This old geezer and this young whippersnapper, we get to go at it, okay? And I like how she just cuts me off, because you should see when she's around, she just controls me. And then when my granddaughter's with her, I never get my way. It's like nothing. Okay. So here we go. Ready? I'm gonna do something here. So there's this term that I learned a long time ago called Gmail. How many people have heard of Gmail? Put a yes in the chat box if you've heard of Gmail. And it's probably not what you think it is, right? But a friend of mine, Barry Spilchek, the author of the Chicken Cup for a Cup of Chicken Soup for the Soul, he was using the term back in 2004 before Google had launched Gmail. And so we referred to it as Godmail, right? So Gmail was Godmail. So I have this really strange relationship with getting these downloads from God. And so I normally wake up around 6:30 every day. And then every once in a while I wake up at 5. And today was one of those days I wake up to 5 and I just start getting this download. This Gmail's coming in. And they're going, dude, you got to do this. You got to do this today. This is what we got to do today. We're going to change things up a little bit. And we're very organized. I literally have pages of notes and sequence of what we're going to do and how we're going to do it. Today, we're not doing any of that. We're going to fly by the seat of our pants, and I'm going to do what I feel I was directed to do, and that's to lead you to get your store set up today. Okay? So everybody that's new to this whole launch shop, challenge, we're going to get your store up and running today. In the next 45 minutes, you're going to have your store up and running, your foundation for your store up and running. And then tomorrow, we're going to get products in your store, and then I'm changing a little bit of the direction how we're doing that. So here's what we're going to do. I'm going to share my screen, and Candace is like, okay, just lead that. Tell me what you want to do. So here's what we're going to do. So we are going to share my screen. Boom, boom. Okay. So the first thing is you guys are going to either have signed up for the VIP and you're going to have already created your LaunchCard account, or you don't have a LaunchCard account. You're going to have to go to the launch links, and you can put the launch links in there, and you can go get your free store. because we do have a free store, and we're going to explain all how the free store works. We take 6% of your sales. And when you get in, you're going to get to your dashboard. And I'll go full screen with this so it shows more room here. So one of the really unique features that LaunchCart has, is better than anybody out there, is we have multiple store management. Multiple store management. So you can see in here, I have a bunch of stores that I've created. But I'm going to create a brand new store from scratch, okay? And the store name is going to be Launch Your Merch Challenge Demo, okay? And I'm just going to give it Launch Your Merch Store Demo. And then what it does is it automatically creates a what's referred to in the world of technology, a subdomain. So this is lymc-demo.launchcart.store. Okay. Now you can name whatever you want to name your store, whatever you want your URL, your store to be. That's what you're going to put here. And if you want to take out the hyphen, you can click down here and take out the hyphen, which I'm going to take out the hyphen because I don't like the hyphen. So now it's just lymc-demo.launchcart.store. Now you can make that to whatever it is. Now, if somebody else has already used it, it's going to say, hey, that's been taken, right? But this will be actually the URL of your store until you put in a private domain. So I'm going to hit create. So now it just created the store, okay? The first thing that we have to do is we have to put in our phone number and our street address, right? Because this is where taxes are configured and things of that are configured from here. And let me put in my address. So I'll put in the office address here and 9025. And again, for everybody on here who already has done this, it's going to be a little repetitive for you, and you maybe say, I don't need this. But I promise you, as Candace and I do this, you're going to learn a couple nicks, a little patty whacks, a little hacks that you're going to go, wow, I didn't know that. I promise you, because we know our technology really, really well, and we know what's going on. And I'm going to put a phone number here, 760. I forget our office number. So check this out. So if I go to Google and I put in LaunchCart, it's going to pull up Google My Business. Everybody should have a Google Your Business. And because I am in here, there's my phone number. That's a number that's actually issued by LaunchCart CRM, and it does all of our text messaging and stuff. So, and then this is a little annoyance thing here that does not automatically go to US. Where is US? So I got to pick my little, where's my flag? Where's the US flag? Golly, we got a lot of countries in there. Do you guys know that we have clients in 180 countries? Why isn't it coming up? Huh. Okay, I'm going to try to save. I don't want to waste time looking for it. Okay. So now I've saved the address, and that's the address that the system is going to say that's where your products are being shipped from, unless it's through a print-on-demand company, right? So as that address gets saved, now the store's saved, I'm going to click on Dashboard on the top left. Now the first thing I want to do is I want to go add staff. I want to add somebody to help me because I have somebody who's going to help me. Guess who's going to help me, everybody? So I'm going to click down here to Settings, and I'm going to go Staff. And then I'm going to go, there's no staff here. I'm going to add staff. And I'm going to go, you got to upgrade to the Liftoff plan. Okay, well, if you're part of the VIP group, you're going to be on the Liftoff plan. You can add staff. So you can't add staff until you're upgraded to the VIP plan. So I guess I can't add staff. So what I'm going to do is, Candace, you're going to have to go in the back door and log in from the back door. Okay, so I want everyone to understand, here is the dashboard. And this is where, see these things right here says required, set up your store location, enable your payment provider, create your first product. Okay, this is kind of what we want to accomplish today. Okay, and then we got this, and then I always want you guys to know that the quick start guide, you click on the quick start guide, and this is your part of your homework. How to log in, overview of your store admin panel, how to enable your payment provider, which we're going to do that today. We're going to create product categories. We're going to do that today. How to list your first product for sale, how to create your first print-on-demand product. We're doing that tomorrow. So there's your quick start guide. All these little mini videos that'll help you get get basically going on what you want to do. Okay. So what I'm going to do is I am going to create categories, and then I want Candace to hop on, and she's going to create a menu bar. right? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to categories. Oh, wait, before I do that, check this out. Up here in the top right, it says view your store. Here's my store right now. That's what it looks like right now. Okay. So we're keep that little mental.
You guys, and he's blowing through this because, you know, it's like this is his world, right? But the second you get your LaunchCard account, you have a domain right here. Like this is big right here that you literally create an account, and right here you have your own domain with your own store. Obviously, there's nothing there. That's what you're here to learn, is how to build products, how to make it beautiful, and all those things. But that's like mind blowing. That would then, you know, by going to LaunchCart, getting your account, within seconds, you already have a store that you could technically drive traffic to. Obviously, you're not going to do that because you want to build products, make it look pretty. But I think that's something that's really awesome and overlooked because other platforms, that's not the case.
Absolutely. Okay. So now I'm going to go to categories, and I know that I'm going to sell products for men. So I'm going to type in men's, and I'm going to do apostrophe S. I'm going to give the description men's, right? And then there's no parent category, right? And then if I had, and you really want to take time to figure out your search engine optimization. So it would be launch your merch challenge official merch store. So this is what's going to show up in Google, right? And then I can give it a description and help with my search engine optimization down here, right? And I hit create. So now I've created a category. Now I'm going to go create women's, because I know we're going to sell women's stuff too, right? Women's. And I'm just showing you this is so easy, literally the easiest platform in the world to do this, right? And then I'm going to hit create, and I'm going to do, I don't have to put in the SEO if I don't want to. Then I can put in, let's say accessories. And I'll just copy that, right? And I'll hit create. So now I've created 3 categories. And actually, you know what, Candace, you want to go, why don't you create a quick logo, and I'll create the menu bar, and then you come in and you put in the logo in the icon. Can you do that?
Yeah, I just need to know what store how to get to the store.
Just going through through my admin.
I don't know what you I don't know what account it's under.
It's in the launcher. It's in your merch store, Joshua.
Oh.
Yeah. Okay. So now I got some categories. Now I'm going to go okay. Now I'm going to go back over here, and I'm going to hit refresh, and you're going to see I don't see any categories. Where's the, oh wait, there's the categories right there. They just showed up, right? So now the categories are showing up, but there's only one shop button. That's a shop all button on the menu bar. So now I'm going to come back over here, and I'm going to go appearance, and I'm going to go menu, and I'm going to go, okay, we have shop all. I'm going to edit that to say shop all, because I prefer it to say shop all. So I hit shop all, and again, I'm going to come back here to this tab. You see it says shop right here, and I'm going to hit refresh. When I hit refresh, watch, it's going to say shop all now. Shop all. Okay, menu bar. Okay, now let's go add new, and let's type in men's. And now I click here, and it says, hey, where do you want to link to? The home page, the shop all page, the contact us page, or a category, or a product or custom? I want to go to a category, because I just created the categories. And now I hit search, and I hit men's, and I got boom, submit, and now I have men's on the menu bar. So now I come back over here, I'm going to hit refresh, and now I've got men's. Okay, how cool is that? That's easy. Now I'll go women's, and I'll go, okay, we're going to link to a category. I'm going to come down here and hit the category women's and hit submit, and then we'll do accessories. Okay, and then we'll do category, and we'll go link, and we'll do accessories and hit submit. Now let's go back over here, and I'm going to hit refresh, and boom, we're starting to look a little bit more like an e-commerce store, right? Okay, that's kind of cool. Now the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to go to settings, and I'm going to go to general settings. And in order to get a merchant account, Stripe or PayPal, in order to accept credit cards, we have to have a few things. And the few things that we have to have is we have to have a refund policy and a terms of service statement. So you can click here and you can write your own, or you can go generate a sample for me. Boom. And I just generate a whole sample. And I can, okay, that was for the refund policy. Then I can generate the privacy policy. And then I can generate the terms of service. And then I can generate the shipping policy. And boom, I just did everything I need there. Now I'm going to show you something. I'm going to go ahead and go to the bottom, and I'm going to hit save. And now that is now on my store down here, but it's not showing up because it's right underneath this red bar here, where we're going to get rid of that in a second. Okay. But I do want to point out one thing. Don't do what I do. At least go through here and read what the return policy is. And if you want to change it or update it. Right. So
okay, yes, so a couple things. So for the return policy, if you're using only Printful, Printify, still read through it, but it's really built for those two platforms. So if you're sticking with print on demand with those two platforms, you don't really got to worry about modifying it too much. But let's say you're going to start selling digital goods, or maybe you're going to sell your own products. That's when you definitely want to read through it and maybe customize and add some more policies. But of course, we encourage you to read through all of these policies so you know what it says, and if you need to modify it, you can. This is another feature that is essential when launching an online store, and LaunchCart gives it to you because we want you to be set up for success. We want you to get in here, set up the foundational pieces, and get going. And something else that I want you guys to know is in those terms of service, you're going to see throughout, it's going to say your domain here, your email here. You do not need to modify that. You do not need to change that. That is like code or HTML. I'm not a techie person, so I don't know, but it's basically like code
right here. And I'll blow up my screen so you guys can see it if I can.
Yeah, I've had a lot of people in the past who read through the terms of service and they manually put in their domain and their email. That you don't have to do it. It's going to pull the information in automatically from whatever your domain is or whatever your email is. So you don't.
It's called a merge field. So it merges the data from the rest of the technology and puts it in there. So if you change your domain, it gets changed because a lot of people change their name. Their
so
name.
You guys don't got to be a techie. That's why we say you don't got to be a techie person. You don't got to be this person who knows how to write all this stuff. Chris goes generating policies. Thank you from those who have frequent writer's block. Yeah, so it's there for you. So I just wanted to make sure I said those couple comments.
Okay, cool. So the next thing is right underneath this. Now I'm on settings and I'm under general. Okay. I want to give it a homepage title. Again, what shows up when it's in Google or anywhere else, and then give it a homepage description, right? And you want to put a little, and this is again where you can ask ChatGPT, hey, my site's about Rescue Joe, Drink a Cup, Save a Pup, I sell coffee and merch. Please give me a really good title and description for search engine optimization for my meta tags, and it'll give it to you and you copy and paste it. Then you have your social media sharing image. Now I'm going to go into here. Hopefully I have something I can do on my new computer. Let's see here. Let's say we're going to do this one. So now I've got my social share. So when I share this link, that's the image that's going to show. Now the splash screen is if I want to have my site kind of shut down while I'm building it so no one can see it, which I never really use that, but you can turn this on and it basically is a splash screen. And then here with your digital downloads, if you have a digital download, the link, and we'll get into this later, but the link will expire after 72 hours, but I'm going to hit save. Okay. And I'm going to come back over here and hit refresh, and they're not going to see much change. Oh, there we go. Privacy policy, refund policy, terms of service. There they are. Right. And you can see it merged in the domain right here. LYMC demo LaunchCart stores a website and all content and service products. There you go. Right. So it was built for you and was put on the on the footer for you. So that's time saving, awesome stuff. Right now, keep in mind, you can read all the little stuff, store information. This is where you add your store name, your support email. This is the support email. So we don't want that there. So we're going to put support@launchcart.com. So I want to make sure I put the support email. And if I have the support phone number, I'm going to put my support phone number right here too. And I suggest you create a phone number and use LaunchCart CRM for that because it helps build trust, right? And I'll come back down here to the bottom and hit save. So now we've got the general settings set up. We're kind of going. Now what I need to do is I want to connect a payment gateway. So I already have Stripe. I already have PayPal. I already have Revere Payment. I have one of each of these. But for let's say right now I'm going to enable Stripe. So it's going to take me to a new screen. I'm already logged into Stripe. So it says, hey, what account do you want to hook this up to? And I'm going to hook it up to LaunchCart. launch your merch. Do I have one? I don't have one. So I'm going to
No,
put it
so
on
what
to,
it's going to do, so what we recommend is that you go to Stripe or PayPal on a separate tab, and you're going to go create your account first. Because what would happen once, if you went and created launch your merch demo on a separate tab, it would have shown that on that page. Basically, what it was showing him was all his other past stores that's already connected. So if you already have a Stripe account on that page, you're going to just click create new. But I always recommend and encourage all my students on a separate tab, go to Stripe, and or you can use both. I always recommend both, but and PayPal. Go create that account, fill in the information. All it's going to ask you guys is like your personal information, what your website is going to be. If you're like, I don't know my name yet, or I have a website but I want to change it, that's okay. Put whatever it is going to be now. You can always update it later. And then it's going to ask you to connect your bank account information. And that's just so when you start promoting your store and you're making sales, those funds are going to go into Stripe and or PayPal, and you need to have a bank account connected so they can then transfer those funds from Stripe or PayPal to your bank account. So that's what I like to say is go create the account first and stay logged in on a separate tab. Then go to that page that he was just at. Go back to it. It was on the left-hand side.
Yeah, that's under settings payments.
Under settings and then under payments.
Right
And then
here.
you're going to select Stripe and or PayPal. And it's just going to say, if you're already logged in, it should just like automatically connect like it did for him, or it's going to bring you to the login page.
Yeah. And again, now I'm back to the dashboard, and you can see the little checkbox, enable payment provider, has been enabled. And so I blew that up. I'll go back down to normal size. I'm going to come back over here, and you can see it says red. This store is not configured to accept payments at this time. Once I hit refresh, now that's going to go away. So now it's gone. Okay. So now we are literally ready to accept orders. And Candace, are you in? You want to take and add a logo and do a couple things?
Sure. And really quick, you guys, I see comments coming in. Once we finish up this little segment, we'll go ahead and acknowledge the comments. So I'm going to go ahead and share my screen. And I know my dad's going real quick. So you guys, you're going to watch the replay. You're going to pause this, go back. I got to put in my 2 cents though. Someone who, kind of gets OCD on the order of doing things. I have a lot of students who do things in a separate order. I recommend starting off with, doing set store location, enabling payment provider, and then moving on to the categories. So my advice to you is once you create that account, you're going to start under settings, just like he did. So you're going to go to settings. You're going to work on general settings, okay? Then you just go down the list. Then you go to domains. We're not going to show that to you because you already get a domain with LaunchCart. I can pinpoint you guys. That's actually probably one of the videos in the quick start guide is how to connect a custom domain. And if you want to use a custom domain, you do have to be upgraded on the liftoff plan. So that's why we are, encouraging you guys to get on the VIP because you'll get on that liftoff plan. So if you're like, I have a custom domain, how do I do that? You'll come here and there's instructions and there's a help article. So then like I said, general settings, domains, then I would move on to the payment provider, and then so forth. So go down the line. Like you guys, we're doing our best to give you what we can in 4 days. And there's so much to the platform, obviously. So we're showing you the foundational pieces and the simple actionable steps that we know you can do and that are attainable. And that one you need to have to start selling and start promoting. So my biggest advice is to always go down the line, click on everything and get familiar. So once you go down the settings, then I would go do what he did was the categories and build out those categories. And then after categories, you come to appearance and create those menus. And something that I want to make note on the categories, if you're listening to this and you're like, oh, I'm going to be selling collections. Like I'm not really, I see he only did men's, women's. That's okay. So, for Dope Mamas, I think my collections, like, let me go here really quick. My categories are my Dope Mamas collection, my small business mamas. And then when you click on it, I have subcategories, okay? So I have graphic tees, sweatshirts, crop tops. And the reason why I'm showing this to you is because I want you guys to think about, what are you going to be creating? What are you going to be selling? And then making sure you're creating categories that are in alignment with that. And the categories and navigation should not be overlooked because this is going to help navigate your customer to find what they want. I do see a lot of students who create the categories, and that's great, but they forget to create the navigation bar. So when you forget to do that, your customer, comes to your store and they're like scrolling. They don't know how to navigate. So we want to give the customer journey a great, seamless customer journey. So how do we do that? By categories, by navigation. We want to hold their hand and make sure that when a potential customer comes to our store, they found what they want, they add it to their cart, and they click buy. So I just wanted to emphasize that, you guys, because like I said, I know we're going quick, but these things matter. And that's why we're showing them to you today. So you can do them today. And, just you're set up for success. The foundation is set up for success. So once again, figure out the category names you want to use and then build it around that. Okay, so now I'm going to go back over here. So like I said, we just talked about settings. He just showed you many menus. Now I'm going to go into the theme editor, okay? And all the items that we're showing you right now, I do this first before I build any products. The foundation matters. These are the foundational pieces. So I don't want you guys to be like, oh, I'm going to go build products. I want you to do these first. Because if you don't do these first and you launch products, your store is not going to be optimized and it's not going to convert. Okay, so here we are in the Appearance Theme Editor. And you're going to see that we have a theme library. I encourage you to come through and click on each one and see which one you like, see which one's going to be in alignment with what you're envisioning for your brand. If you hover over View Example, right here, hover, you're going to be able to open up in a new tab. And that's how you're going to be able to see each theme. So don't click Make Active. Don't click Preview right here. When you click Preview, that's going to preview in the, to edit it. So you're going to want to hover over and click View Example. So I'm not going to go through all the themes. I'm going to stick with Launchpad. This one is one of my favorites. So I'm going to just show you a little visual of what it looks like on the homepage. You'll notice that all of the themes are simple, and pretty much all of the only difference from the themes is the homepage. The category pages are a little bit different. But they're all simple. And the reason being is because we don't want to overwhelm you guys. We don't want to overcomplicate it. And also the goal is for you to get your store launched and promote it and send traffic here. In the future, we are launching, more customizable themes. But the thing is, if you have a store with different elements, widgets, banners, it can be too much for your customer. They could get overwhelmed and they can get indecisive. So I wanted to make that a point, and I want you guys to know that there's intention in the being of our simple themes. Okay, so I'm going to simply come over here now. It's active. I'm going to click Customize. From here, it's going to pop me in General. So once again, you guys, whenever I'm in anything, I'm just going to go down the line. So right now, we're going to work on General, and then you just move on to Homepage, then Colors and Decode. Okay, so right here is Store Logo and favicon. Showcase your brand by uploading your own custom logo. This logo will appear in the header of your store, inside your store emails, and more. So I gave you guys a recommendation yesterday, and I just realized that size that I gave you is optimized for Launchpad. All of the logos are going to be rectangular, but they're all slightly different. So that logo size that I gave you yesterday is for Launchpad. I want you guys to be aware of that. Right here, the recommended size does say 325 by 85. I gave you guys a size that was 650 by 170. So you can use the 325 by 85. The 650 by 170 is just this times 2. And I just found that it looks, higher quality on desktop. So, both sizes are great. So all I'm going to do right now is click upload. I've created a logo. I literally just created it right now, as my dad said, go get a logo. So hopefully it looks good. Right here, launch your merch challenge. Oh, and look, there's a little white box that I needed to delete, but it's okay. So since it's a little bit bigger, I got to use this little enlarger thing. I don't know what that's called, but I'm going to expand it.
The slider bar.
Slider bar. You see, you guys? I just know what I do. I'm going to click crop and upload. Okay, so there's my logo. And then right here, favicon. This is the branding part, you guys. I see a lot of my students miss this. So do you see up here? I know it's tiny, but look where my cursor is circling. So right up here is the favicon. You see Dope Mamas? I need to change mine. It's very tiny, but mine just says Dope Mamas. But launch cart is the little, shopping cart bag. So that's the icon. Nike, it's the swoosh. Adidas, it's the 3 lines. McDonald's is the M. Starbucks is the little cup. So that's why when we brought branding up yesterday, we're like, also think of a favicon. So I have a favicon. Let me search it. It's just the one I typically use. It's, let's see, favicon. And it's my Launch Your Merch one. So my Launch Your Merch is just, the little phone and shopping cart. So think of the icon, okay, and upload it. And there's no recommended size right here. It's super tiny, so it can literally be like 50 by 50 pixels. So write that down, or when you're redoing it, 50 by 50.
Yeah, square.
Square. But it doesn't need to be super large because it's, as you can see, it's very tiny. Okay, so now I'm going to scroll all the way down. I'm going to click save. I'm always going to save my work, okay? And then I'm always going to preview my store because I want to see my work. I want that instant gratification. Now look at that. Launch Your Merch challenge. Obviously, if I had more time, I might create a little more appealing logo, but it gets to the point, right? And if I circle my cursor up here, I know it's tiny, but you can see my favicon. The little things matter. Okay, so now I'm going to go back to this tab. And am I going down the line, Pops?
Yep. You're going down the line.
Okay, so header. So once again, I'm gonna blow through it, but header, enable.
Let's do this just for a second though. Is anybody got any questions or comments so far? Let's pause here for a second and see questions, comments. And I'd also like to know, out of you watching, how many of you haven't built your store yet? So let us know that. And I don't really want to, we're not going to really build sliders. I want to show people how we just build the products. And then the sliders kind of tie into the branding. So once people get their branding done, their color palettes, we can come back to the sliders. But I want to just kind of show people how to build a product. And I actually have got a digital product ready to go, so I can build that product when we're ready. And then tomorrow, we're going to show you how you can add t-shirts and hats and hoodies and phone cases and laptop cases. And by the way, I don't know if you guys have seen this, but I got myself a new laptop. And so a new laptop deserves a new laptop case. Right? And it's got this real beautiful, fuzzy, soft, protective laptop case. So I buy for myself a lot.
Yeah. So yeah, tomorrow we'll be going over how to find design. I know today we said we're going to find the winning design, but he got that Gmail, the God mail. So we're doing it this way because the foundation matters first, right? The building the foundation. Like I said, whenever I get a client or whenever I'm building a new store, I start with the foundation, and then I move to the finding winning designs, outsourcing designs, and then building products. So we'll do that tomorrow. Don't you worry. Make sure you're here on time. But we're going to get to the questions right now. So Giordano, I hope I'm pronouncing that properly. I couldn't connect to my business PayPal account in Brazil, but I was able to get Stripe working. So, there are certain countries, maybe you can't have Stripe, maybe you can't have PayPal. That's why we do have other options. Just like, what's the other one that, is it OpenNode or
NMI?
No? NMI,
OpenNode is for Bitcoin, and NMI works with a bunch of other providers. And we do have goals to have multiple and additional merchant providers all over the world. We definitely want to get one in Brazil and in Europe and in Africa and in South America. And so that's part of the plan. It's going to take a while. It takes the time because we're really focused in the U.S. here, but we want to be a global company. So we're going to try to solve all those issues.
But I'm happy though you're able to get Stripe working. That's awesome. And then he also said, I built mine in almost no time. I love it. And then another question, how are the legals created? Example, have they been created by a lawyer or is it ChatGPT? So actually these were created before ChatGPT. These were created by a website terms of service online generator. And that's why we do state, and it even states it on that page, generate sample refund policy. They're all pretty accurate. You can keep them to get going and get launched. But that's why we do advise you to read through them and modify them for your business. They are good enough to just get started, right? And to get going. But that's why we always encourage, because it's still a sample. You need to reread them and modify them to make sure they're accurate to your business. Okay. Joel goes, you two are on fire. Great, compelling info at 210 miles per hour. I know. And I think on YouTube, you guys, when you watch the replay, you should be able to actually, rather than speeding up you can slow it down. So my dad, he is the king of like listening to books, courses, and he will literally like turn it on like times 10. And I'm like, how are you even understanding this? But that's how he like blows through everything. But with us, you got to like slow it down. Okay. Have you heard anything from the Applique integration yet?
No, we haven't, and I've reached out to Applique, so that hasn't happened. But with Zapier, you could probably zap orders over to them. So I think with our Zapier integration, you can now zap orders to Applique and to other print-on-demand providers. And Applique in particular, because they do require, it's like some minimum basic orders of 10, 20, 30 pieces. And so they'll ship them for you. But that's a conversation we can have tomorrow.
Yeah. Awesome. Keith will be a global company, no doubt. Thanks, Keith. And then Sherry, I got my store set up and running almost immediately. I just have to direct people to it now. You guys, I love hearing that because it's a common comment that we see, and we love to hear it because that means we're doing something right and that our vision is working. Because my dad's vision, really, we're just here to help be the tribe and village to bring it to life, but it's here to set you up for success, to fast track you, to get going. So we're so happy to hear that you guys are getting in and you are building it and you are launching it and you're almost ready to go. Okay, yeah, of course. You can write them, but like I said, you can use ours and just modify them. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and share my screen. I'm going to finish the general because we're in general. And then like my dad said, he wants to show you guys how to build a digital product, and we'll move into that. So going back to my screen, I'm in general. I saved my work. I showed you my logo on Favicon. Header, your header. How do you want your header to appear on your store? Do you want it sticky or static? So I keep mine sticky, which I can't scroll because I don't have products. But if I were to scroll this header, this is my header, you guys, right here. This header would like scroll with me. Where if it was static, if you scroll, it won't stay. I like to keep it sticky. So as my customers are scrolling, if they want to change to a different category, they can easily do so. Okay. So that's what this means. At the header, it says, do you want to display your store's phone number? So if you have a support phone number, I would say turn that on because, and the reason why we always push, making sure you're getting a store phone number, you're getting a store email and having those visible because, and this is tried and tested, like we can probably find stats on it. When you have your phone number, store address or phone number or email shown, it increases conversions, which means it makes you more sales, AKA makes you more money. And why? Because it's building trust and credibility with your customer. Why? Because they're like, okay, if I don't receive my order or something's scammy or I feel something's up, I know I can easily find their contact info, their phone number, email. So that builds trust. Because if you're a new store, how do you build the trust when you're not in person and meeting them and shaking their hand and greeting them? Through these little elements.
And it's even subconscious, right? Because just by seeing a phone number, the subconscious has, it's just a subconscious thing even. It's like not even a conscious thought. When you see a phone number, subconsciously you pick that up and go, okay, there's more, this is more legit than a site without a phone number.
Yep.
And people go, well, I don't want to get phone calls. Believe me, I've done stores with thousands and tens of thousands of sales a week, and I never got phone calls, ever.
Yeah. And with our CRM, you can have it so it's kind of like if they call, it goes to your voice. Like you don't even have to answer it. They can just like leave a voicemail, leave a text, and you'll see it. Because even though I say I love connection and like human interaction, I do get nervous sometimes. I don't know why, like to put my phone number out there to get calls, but I have my phone number out there and I don't get calls. And I am now using our CRM. So if I do, it just goes right into the CRM and that I can just immediately call them back. But like I said, it's a subconscious thing. And it is because like when I'm shopping online and I see a website that I've never seen before, if I just see a phone number, I see an email, I go, okay, I can contact somebody if need be. And guys, guess what? If you're doing good business, they aren't going to need to call you.
Yeah.
Okay. So, Joel, a connection to a real person. Yeah, it matters. It matters. Like what I even would say is go the extra mile. As you start getting your first few sales, I would encourage you to call them. chances are they might not even answer, because we do live in an era where people are like, if I don't see that caller ID, I'm not answering. So you just leave a voicemail saying, hey, Greg, I saw you made a purchase on my store, Dope Mamas. I'm a small business mama and your support means the world. So I want to acknowledge you and just thank you for, supporting me and shopping at my store. I hope to see you again soon. If you want to come back, I'm going to email you a coupon code to return. So check your email. I'm going to give you a coupon code. That right there, it's going to blow people away, because now they're like, oh my gosh, this is really a real business and it's a small business. Of course, I want to support them. That's how you create more of an emotional connection. So that's something I would encourage you as you start getting the first few orders, send them some love. Okay. So sharing my screen again, I'm going to scroll down. I didn't change anything here, so I don't need to click save and preview. Footer. Okay. So footer is display a link to your contact us page. This is something that is really cool with Launchcart. So here I am right here. Contact us. This is a page that's already built for you and already integrated in Launchcart. Another thing that Launchcart is just so amazing for, and the intention of when they built this, when my dad and his team built this, the dev team, because they're like, okay, what are the must-haves? Okay, when you launch a store, if something does happen or they have a question, there needs to be a contact us page in form. So this is already built for you guys. So that's something that's overlooked. People don't really know about it, but it's there and it's already automatically turned on the footer. You can turn it off, but I recommend you don't, because once again, by having this right here increases the trust and credibility. So people are shopping, they know, okay, I can easily find the contact us page and I can contact them. So I leave that on. So at the footer, and really quick, you guys, going back, this is the footer for my newbies down here. This is what you would consider the footer. So the terms of service are in the footer, contact us is in the footer, order lookup is in the footer, which this is another cool thing that's already created and embedded in your site. Okay, so display your store's phone number. Like I said, I would turn that on both locations, the footer and header. So, okay, I thought there was something else, but there's not. So yeah, I don't have a phone number on the store, but if I did, I would turn it on. Display your store's company address. If you have an address that's not your home address and that you feel comfortable sharing, and maybe you got like a business PO box or a dummy address, I would show it, because that's going to increase trust and credibility. I don't have one right now. Like I said, for Dope Mamas, I still only have my personal home address, so I don't show it, but I do have a support phone number and email, so I make sure I show those. But I just wanted to make that a point that if you do have an address that you can share, I would show it, because it's going to increase the trust. Okay, so the last one from footer is display subscription form. I'm going to show you what it looks like, but really quick, you have your email, success, and description. So you could change this, and I'm going to show you where. And then just note, these email leads will be saved to your account and can be integrated with certain email integration apps like MailChimp and Launchcart CRM. So if you are using our CRM, that's where these email signups are going to go. But you do have to have those accounts created and connected. So I'm going to click save. And now I'm going to come back here, preview theme. And right here, you guys, look at this, another must-have, because we know you guys need to be building your list. Why? So you can email them that you have a new promotion going on, a new collection being launched. And right here, you can see it says your email, subscribe, and then that little call to action. So that's where you would, if you wanted to modify it, you can right here, or you would do it in this back page right here. But I just wanted to show you what it looked like. So really cool, you guys. This is another must-have, and it's there for you. All you got to do is click enable, and also either get MailChimp or Launchcart CRM, create the account, and connect it. Okay, so moving down, social icons, display links to your social pages, Facebook, Twitter, LinkedIn, etc. So you can put it on your footer or on your header, on your footer. I always recommend your footer, not the header, because up here, if I put my social icons up here, there's a chance that they can start there, click on it, go check out your Instagram, check out your Facebook, and then they forget to come back. So I don't want to cause distractions. I want them to come, shop, buy. Okay, come, shop, and purchase. So that's why I like to have it at the footer. And it's also pretty common if you go look at other brands. They're always going to be at the footer. People are also trained, like most people are trained to look for the social icons at the footer. So I would create those accounts and put them down here. And also, just by having accounts, you guys, that's going to increase trust. I can't tell you how many times I've shopped on other websites and I immediately do, if I don't know them, I do look for their social icons, mainly Instagram, because that's where I hang out. And I want to go see what their Instagram feed looks like. Do they actually have, products, like engagement? So if you're just starting out, I would, don't get overwhelmed with all of these different platforms. Pick a couple, pick the main one where you believe your target audience is hanging out. So for me, my target audience is hanging out on Instagram and TikTok. Maybe your target audience is hanging out on LinkedIn. Maybe it's Pinterest. Maybe it's Facebook. Maybe it's
Can you add a couple real quick just so people see what they see when you do it?
Yeah. So right here, it actually auto populates the that
The
first
prefix.
the prefix. So I'll just put Dope Mamas because I don't have a one for this store. And we'll click save. And I'll click view store. And then right here, you guys. And then it's going to open up Dope Mamas. So that's what it looks like. And if you add more. So what it looks like.
Time savers. That's why you can get this thing built so fast and get things going and have a site that just can start bringing sales. Literally, and we want you guys to go get this done today. Right? Tomorrow we add products, and by Friday you can make sales.
Yes. Okay, so I'm gonna wrap it up right here, you guys. That was it for general. If you have any questions, ask them away. I see a couple, so I'm gonna answer them. But just to recap, foundational pieces. So your assignments, your homework for today, we're not done yet, but your assignments, homework for today is to come into settings, set up the general settings at least, and then move on to payments. Then move on to, I would move on to the theme editor right here on page general. Like I said, we're going to move on to homepage on a different day. And then you're going to go to categories and then navigation. You can't edit the navigation bar until you create categories. Okay. So I'm going to the questions. Keith said, better to list no address or PO box if those are your options. If you only have a personal, address, like your home address, and you don't feel comfortable sharing that, then I wouldn't list an address. But if you have like a PO box or a business address, show it. Okay. So Gospel Swag, hello fam, hello. How do we connect the email to Launchcart CRM? So, it logged me out.
Under apps, there's a place to do that, and we'll show you that on maybe tomorrow or the next day.
Okay, yeah. There's a place. I'm a visual person, so I would show you, but it just logged me out for some reason. But it's under apps. You'll see the CRM. Once again, whenever you guys, and we're going to talk about this tomorrow when we're building products, whenever you're using a third-party app, which is Launchcart CRM, Printful, Printify, Stripe, PayPal, I always encourage you, create the account on a separate tab, stay logged in, and then you connect the two. Yeah, see, it logged me out too. Okay, let's stop sharing your screen though. So thinking ahead a little bit, what is the trick for building an email customer list? Okay, Joel, you're a little ahead of us. We're going to go over some of these things on day 4, which is our, how to drive traffic, how to make sales. There's millions of ways how to build an email customer list. And we're going to go over that on Friday. We'll go over some ways on Friday because we want to stay in order.
I have some amazing strategies for doing that, for list building strategies for your niche to get your customer, your ideal avatar. And I will share that on Friday.
Gospel Swag. Greg, your laptop cover inspired me. I just set one up for my site. LOL. Yes. You guys, if you are an entrepreneur and you have a laptop, you know how we brought up yesterday, like wear your t-shirts, like with your logo and your business on it. Do it for a laptop cover too. So if you're working at a coffee shop, you're working at the airport, you just have that little laptop sleeve hanging out visible so people can see it. Branding 101. Okay. So let's move on. I know we're going over a little bit past, or we just hit the hour mark. So I want to acknowledge you guys. We're still going. We have a couple more things, but you're amazing. You're awesome. And let's move to the next thing, Pops.
Okay, so I wanted to come back. I got my screen back in. So I went, joined, and I know that Justin didn't acknowledge me, but I did. I went and upgraded. So I got the upgraded account. And but now if I go to settings, and I go to staff, right? I go to staff, see staff right here, staff. And I go add staff. Now look, I can add an email, a first name, a last name, and I can give my virtual assistant, my business partner, I hit check all. It gives them access to everything. Or I can just say, no, I only want to build in products, or I don't want them having access to orders. You can give permissions and remove permissions to your staff members. So this is another really, really amazing feature that you need to basically add staff and have people work on your store, and you can remove them and add them, remove them and add them. So that's part of what comes with the liftoff plan. So, you know, one of the things we're talking about is with the VIP upgrade, you get access to the liftoff plan. The liftoff plan has the features that real serious marketers need, right? And Candace, I want you to show off your favorite area of the checkout page editor.
You want me to show that today?
Yeah. Just a little bit about, again, showing how, you know, when you get on the liftoff, this is another thing that increases trust, increases money, and it's night and day from the free plan, so to speak.
Okay, well, here's what I'm going to do. Because once again, I'm an OCD sequence girl. I'm going to share you what an edited checkout page looks like and unedited, because on day 4, we go over that. Day 4 is our sales and optimization day. So I'm going to share with you what your checkout page is going to look like by day 4.
Okay, so, that works.
Okay, so let me go ahead and pull up. And I see I can't really show. Well, here, I can't, because I need to show what ours looks like. So I need you to build a product first, because I can't view the part.
So let me do the product then. Okay, so I'm ready to do that. Okay. So
see, I go back this is why my dad, he doesn't do this as much anymore. The sequence girl here.
I don't do this. Okay, so here we're back at the dashboard, right? And I'm going to go to create new. And today we're creating a regular product. So we're not doing print on demand. We're going to get Printful set up. Your homework is get Printful account set up tonight. And then tomorrow we'll do some print on demand, but we're going to start from scratch. So I'm going to hit create new from scratch. We're going to create a digital product. Now, one of the things that we're going to be introducing to you in all of our community is what we call master resale rights. So I've got a little bonus gift that we're going to throw in for all the people that did the VIP upsell, and we're going to give them master resale rights to a little ebook called Etsy Selling Mastery: Your Secrets to Skyrocketing Your Sales. Because we know that there's multiple ways to make money online, and Etsy's a great one. It's got a customer base, and you got customers, and whatever you sell on Launchcart, you can sell on Etsy with your print on demand, and you can learn some good stuff. So okay, here's an ebook. Now maybe you don't want the ebook, but I want to show you how to do this. So that's the PDF. So then what I did is I went to ChatGPT and I said, hey, I said I want to help writing a description and a product description for my ebook. So here's what it gave me: unlock Etsy selling potential for just $7. Right. So I'm going to copy that, and I'm going to come back over here to the product creator. I got too many tabs open. Here's the product creator, and I'm going to put the title right there: unlock Etsy selling potential for just $7. Then I'm going to come back over here, ChatGPT, and I wrote, are you ready to transform your Etsy shop into a thriving business? Let me highlight all this. And I'm just showing you how we do this, right? You can do this with any product, anything, right? So there, it wrote me a really nice description. I'll copy that. And by the way, I've never done this before. I did this first time right now. And I copy and paste it right there. So now I've got my description here, right? And I've got my title here, and I could give a SKU if I want to, but I don't have to. I could do an AI description generator. Like I could click this and I could paste in some stuff right here and it'll write an AI. We have AI built into Launchcart, right? We have so much stuff. Like every time you turn around, you're going to find something hidden that you didn't know you had. And I tell you, it's worth the extra second to make some better descriptions. Product descriptions help sell stuff. Proven strategies. Learn the strategies by Etsy sellers consistently increase their sales and grow their business. Expert tips. Get insider knowledge. Actionable advice. I got little emojis. This helps sell, right? Now, I don't really have digital products over on my categories on the right here. See on the right here, it says men's, women's, accessories. I didn't create a category for digital products, but guess what? I can create a category right here. So I click create a category. I'll type digital products, right? And I'll copy that and I'll, oops, DI. Oops. Okay. And then I'm going to choose a parent category. There's no parent category. Digital products would be the page title. Okay. And I hit submit. And now what it does is it allows me to create a category while in there creating the product. And I just tick this little box. And now this product is going to be in that image right there, right? So now I'm going to sell this for $7. So I'm going to go here and put $7. Compare at price would be a sale price. So let's say if I sold this for $14, we'll say it's 14, but then I'm going to put compare at 7. That means it's on sale. And then if I have a cost, I could put my cost here, which I don't have a cost in digital products, so I won't do that. And now it's asking me for add media, but I don't really have any media. So let me just click here, and I'm just going to add this, piece of media right there. If I wanted to add a video, I could add a video. Let's do this countdown timer that I did. I need something real small. I think this one. So I can literally upload a video talking about the product, talking about the ebook, talking about the t-shirt, the hat, the inspiration for it, showing how it fits, showing how it works, showing the candles, showing the hair extensions. You can do that. You can also embed a YouTube video if you want to click this embed link and link to a YouTube video, right? Which again, good. Now, if I have inventory and I want to track inventory, because I'm actually selling a physical product, I need to track inventory. I'm going to tick this little button right here, and I'm going to put my inventory in here. And then I have a choice: continue selling when out of stock, or stop selling this product and allow visitors to get notified. This is a feature that Shopify charges extra money for. It's called back in stock notification. We used to make thousands of dollars with this feature. So when we'd run out of something, it says, hey, we're out of this product. Give me your email. We'll notify you when it's back in stock. And we did this with Skinny Girl, Bethany Frankel, if you remember, Candace. And whenever we were back in stock, we'd sell thousands of dollars, or just dozens and dozens of sales the day we put it back in stock. Or I could say stop selling this product and do not allow visitors to get notified when back in stock. But I'm not doing inventory here, but that's a cool feature, right? And this is a physical product. So I'm going to check this as a physical product if I'm sending it, but I'm not sending it, right? So you could put your weight and your weight unit in here, and we're going to come up with even more shipping features in the future. And if there was a variant, like if let's say I'm doing a small, medium, and large, or I'm just selling coffee, 1 pound, 5 pound, 10 pound, I'm going to create my variants. But again, this is a physical product, so I'm not doing that. Product attributes. If you want to do personalization, people use this product attributes for personalization. And then, but we're down here to digital downloads. I'm going to hit upload the digital download. So now I'm going to upload the PDF, and now it's uploading the PDF. And actually what I probably should do real quick, let me go here. Let me shrink this. I'll see how easy this stuff is. So there we go. Now I'm going to get my little Snagit tool. Where is Snagit? Snagit. So Snagit is a screen capture tool. So I'm going to come in here, and I'm going to capture this as a screen for the ebook cover. And then I'm going to basically save that to my computer. File, save as, ETSY cover. And I'll save it in my downloads. Okay. So now I'm going to come back here to the product. I'm going to come back up here to the media, and I'm going to hit add the media. And there's the book, the Snagit I just did. And now I got 2 images, but I want that one to be the hero image. So I just drag it over, and now it's the hero image, meaning that's what's going to show on all the different pages. The video is still rendering, and I'm going to come down here and hit save. Okay. Now I'm going to go view my store, and I'm going to go to digital products. Did it save? Oh, it's in draft mode. I forgot. See, I haven't done this long. Over here in the top right, I have to make it active. Top right, active. Scroll down to the bottom, save. Come back over here, refresh. That didn't work. This new computer and this mouse I have is not working properly. There we go. So now, see how it says $14, $7? So I got those numbers mixed up, right? So I can go back over here, and I'll hit edit this product. and I'm going to switch this one. The price is 7, but I'm going to compare it in 14, normally 14. So that's good. That's what's going on there, right? So now see how it is. You make a mistake, you just fix your mistake and go on. You don't have $7 striked out and have it $14. So now I'm going to hit refresh, and boom. And now a little red button automatically shows up that it's on sale. I click on that product, and here it is for sale. There's the video that I uploaded. If I had a video, it was playing there. There's my images that I played, and I can add it to my cart. And now I can proceed to check out, and I can actually buy a product. So literally the store is ready to go, and you're ready to start buying stuff and make things happen. Okay. So that's how simple it is to add a digital product or a product to your store. And once you kind of get familiar with it, you can just race through the stuff. And I'm always saving and looking and saving and looking and saving and looking, and then tweaking things a little bit. But it's not hard. This is not hard. This is so simple and easy.
Yeah. So Carmen asked, can you have a store that only sells digital products? Yeah, you can have a store that only sells digital products. You can have a store that only sells dropship type goods. You can have a store that sells all of the above. You know, you guys, an e-commerce store, a launch cart store, you can sell whatever you want, obviously, if it's legal and appropriate. But like, there's no like, oh, you can only sell this, you can only sell that. So, you know, we have a lot of clients, students who only sell digital goods. We have a lot of client students that sell digital goods and products. You know, I love coaching, you know, and I think, Gail, if you're still here, I got to follow up with you. But, you know, Gail's selling print-on-demand merch products. And I was like, hey, you should also sell a digital good. And that could be an upsell or a lead magnet to build an email list. And, you know, like for Dope Mamas, it's in the works, but I could be creating multiple digital products where it's like the 5 best tips as a mompreneur, or like how to maximize your time as a mompreneur. I can go to ChatGPT, have it give me ideas, and I could use it as a lead magnet, or, you know, sell it, right, for like $10, $12, something on the, you know, lower end. And then my upsell, my order bump could be a t-shirt, a mug, a water bottle, etc. You know, I love digital products, and it could be a great complement to any merch store. It's just figuring out what you're selling and what you could create that's going to complement.
Yep.
Yeah. Okay. So I'm going to go back to sharing my screen, and I'm going to show you. Oh, I'm on my, there we go. Show you what a checkout page looks like. Let me see if I can find it. So let me come here. So a couple things, and the reason why I always encourage everyone to at least upgrade to the Liftoff plan on LaunchCart is for a few main reasons. One of them is you get to use you can use a custom domain. LaunchCart gives you a domain, so it's like if I'm just using what LaunchCart gave me, in my case, it'd be dopemamas.launchcart.store. If I want to be, you know, consistent with my branding, I want my own domain that just says dopemamas.com. So one, you know, on the Liftoff plan, you get to use your own custom domain. You get unlimited products. There's no longer a platform fee. LaunchCart on the free plan takes 6%, but on the upgraded plan, there's no platform fee. And then the fourth thing is a checkout page editor. You do not get this on the free plan. And this is why I'm always going to push this from, even if you're just starting out, because the checkout page editor, I'm going to show you right now, this is going to increase conversions. This is going to give you more money in your pocket. So if you are just on the standard plan, on the free plan, on LaunchCart, this is what your checkout page will look like. Someone comes here, they add this to their cart, proceed to checkout. This is what you get, standard. And you get this across any other platform. It's just standard, okay? I mean, if you don't know, you're like, this looks decent enough.
And actually, we copied this from Shopify. It looks just like Shopify.
Yeah. So it's decent enough, right? But if you want to go the extra mile, you want to be the branding queen, king, and be consistent, and you want to leave an everlasting impact, and you want to create an emotional connection. Remember how I told you yesterday? I'm going to share with you how to create emotional connections with your potential customers throughout this training. Well, one of them is through the emails, the phone numbers. The other section is right here on the checkout page. This is the make it or break it page. So this matters. So now I'm going to go to Dope Mamas. I already have something in my cart. I added a small business mama proceed to checkout. Right here, look at this. I'm gonna break it down. But does this already look that much more appealing and a little bit more inviting than the page right here? I want to see in the comments. Does
And
this
more professional,
more professional, more appealing, more inviting than this?
more legit.
Yes. I wanted to see the feedback. I see you guys here. So I want to see some acknowledgement. Let me know what you think. Dope Mamas or the plain bland one? Yes. See, yep. Yes. Thank you, Deidre. I see some more coming in. Yes, yes. Okay. Way better. Yes. Okay, awesome. So that's why, like, this is already going to stand out, right? Night and day, Keith says. Night and day. Better. Love it. Thank you for the feedback. So what I did is I added my logo. So right here, it has my store name, but I have to manually add my logo. And what I'm sharing with you, I'm going to share with you how to manually do it, but that's not going to be until the next day or so. So this is going to like kind of tease you and get you ready for it. But I added my logo and I added a scarcity timer. Right here is called a scarcity timer. An item you ordered is in high demand. No worries, it's reserved for you. Your order is reserved for 3 more minutes and 40 seconds. So this right here psychologically gets the potential customer to go, okay, yes, I want this. Fill in my information. I got to go. Click complete purchase. So this is just a little element that's going to increase those conversions. And whenever I'm saying increase conversions, that means increasing the money in your pocket. Okay. So right over here, this right here is where you're going to see me create an emotional connection with my potential customer. I added an image because for my store, it's Dope Mamas. I'm selling products to mamas. And I put a picture of a mama and her daughter. And I put, thank you for your love and support. So I'm saying thank you. I'm acknowledging them. They haven't even bought yet, but I'm psychologically saying thank you. You know, your support and love means everything. So whenever I'm coaching students, I say to go create an image with your products. It just can't be a random image of nothing that isn't in alignment with your store. Go show off your products and say thank you. You don't got to copy my exact words, but give gratitude. Okay. People love acknowledgement. People like to be seen. So how can we do that from the checkout page? So by adding this image, it's going to increase that connection, which ultimately increases conversions. Then right here, I added just images. These are just images. They're trust seal images. Safe and secure. Your transaction are safe with us. 100% satisfaction guarantee, premium quality, fast shipping. Hey, I'm not saying it's two-day shipping. I'm saying fast shipping, okay? I'm saying hassle-free returns because there are. And, with print on demand, if they receive a faulty product, that's the only way you can get returns. But if they receive a faulty product, Printful or Printify, they're going to take care of me and take care of my customer. So these are all accurate statements, and I added them on my checkout page. Why? To increase trust, which increases, what does it increase, you guys? I know there's a little bit of delay. So what does it increase? Can I do a giveaway? You never announced the winner earlier. Okay, so whoever finishes that sentence for me gets a $25 merch credit to our Launchcart store. By increasing trust, it increases, I should know by now, I'm waiting. I know there's a little bit of a delay from, no. If it increases trust, it increases, yes, there we go. Denise, conversions. Okay. Everyone congratulate Denise. So if it increases trust, it increases conversions. Joel, I know I've been saying profit, but conversions. You guys all had the good answer, but Denise was first. So Denise, make sure after this training, go email, message support@launchcart.com. Say I'm the winner, and we're going to give you your $25 merch credit. Okay, that's awesome. Okay, so what I just recap going back here, I showed you the logo. I showed you the scarcity timer. I showed you an image that's going to create that emotional connection. And then I added some trust seals. Now, something that I haven't pointed out, which we're going to go over to on the next day or so, which is our order bump. So my dad just shared with you about digital products. This is where you can, be selling merchandise and have an upsell to a digital product, upsell to a mug. You're going to upsell order bump to another product. This right here is going to increase your average order value, increase your AOV. So what happened, we're going to show this to you, we're going to teach it to you later on. Anytime that someone adds this small business mama tea, it's going to trigger the system to show them this particular product. So it says, hey, add the matching journal plus free affirmation ebook. So I created my own ebook and I'm giving them on top of the journal. Let your tea and journal be a conversation starter wherever you are. You have a small business, so talk about it, represent it. I modified this, okay? Some of you who are already in LaunchCart, you already know what I'm showing you, and I'm pointing this out for you guys because I'm modifying the title and the description. Just like my dad showed you in the product description for the digital product, we modified it, we're elevating it, we're optimizing it, we're making it better. So I'm a customer, I'm like, yeah, I want the matching journal to match my shirt. Yes, add to my cart. Now I'm now saving 20% as a customer, but now as a business owner, Candace, me, I just increased my average order value $10. I'm trying to think what 10, because I think the journal is about $10. I just increased my average order value $10. More money in my pocket. So this is the checkout page, you guys. I just shared with you how to elevate it, or what, I'll show you how to, but I showed you what it looks like when you elevate it, when you optimize it, when you put intention into your checkout page. And then I showed you how to increase the average order value by the order bump, which, you guys, this is amazing. This is another must-have. If you are on other e-commerce platforms, you will need to pay probably quadruple the price. No. If you are on Shopify, in order to customize a checkout page, it's $2,000 a month. Okay. In order to edit the checkout page on LaunchCart, $27 a month. So we are like, you guys, we want to set you up for success. I said it yesterday. Other platforms said, hey, I'm not here to shame them, to crap on them. It's just, it is what it is. They will take your money before you make money. We are like, no. We want you to make money. Now, obviously, we have to get something. We've got to pay our team, our tribe. We want to keep things moving. So we set it at a price that's affordable, that's attainable, so you guys can get in here, get going, and be set up for success. So that's kind of my little training as far as the checkout page editor. I will be sharing with you how to customize, how to add it, all the things in the next couple of days.
So as we're wrapping up today, you can see that between what we share with you today, which is the same thing as a quick start guide, you can go through those quick start videos. There's absolutely no reason why you're not up and running and ready to accept credit cards and making sales tomorrow. Now, then going into the branding and tweaking the colors and the button colors and stuff like that, we can show you that as well. But the idea was, let's get you up and running. Let's have a quick little win, and let's get that little win under the belt. Build your confidence, build your strategy, and then we'll get you building some products. Now with that, let me share my screen one more time. Tomorrow, your homework today is, we want to make sure that everybody has a Printful account. That's our preferred print-on-demand provider, Printful.com. It'll be in the launch links to create your link and go get that. And from there, now you have hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of products that you can put your sayings on, you can put your brand on, you can put your logos on. And for those of you who might want to look at this catalog that haven't seen it before, I'll go ahead and post that in here. You can see there's men's clothing and women's clothing, kids and youth clothing, accessories, home and living, hats, collections, brands, and all products. And it's really kind of limitless what you have here. And so think about your niche, think about your store, think about your audience, think about your avatar, what that would be, what that would look like, and start mapping out. Get your Printful account set up. And tomorrow we'll start off by getting Printful hooked up. And then Candace is a master at how to use Printful, some little hacks. And they've done a much better job recently getting better mock-ups. But we also use another company called Placeit for getting mock-ups and lifestyle mock-ups. And then the idea is, when we're all done with all this, you're going to be able to build stores that, like, here's one that we just built for that sports company. Beautiful, nice little slider, lifestyle images, branding elements, colors, all over print designs. Like Candace says, hey, we should add a basketball jersey. I'm like, well, I don't know how to do the all over print design. She goes, I don't either, but I know where to get it. Fiverr. So we hired somebody on Fiverr to create the all over print design for us. And now We have Oliver print basketball jerseys.
And guess what?
Look
I
at
made
that.
I made my client very happy because that wasn't even something he mentioned that he wanted, but they're like, love it. And I went to Fiverr and I paid $10 for I think 2 designs. So yeah. So tomorrow, you guys, we just sent a link to look at the catalog to get hyped up. We're going to show you how to find products because maybe you're like, Candace, I'm not a graphic designer. I have a vision, but I don't know where to start, where to go. We're going to get you taken care of tomorrow. Like I showed you Dope Mamas really quick. Let me share my screen. 90% of these products, you guys, like 5% I probably created through Canva, you guys. I went and saw designs that I liked and I created on Canva. But then the other 95%, I outsourced through the platforms we're going to share with you tomorrow. So all of these products I don't own. I don't hold inventory. I didn't create. I didn't become a graphic designer. I still have my Halloween collection up. I need to hide those. But because I for my store, I'll launch collections for Halloween, for 4th of July, for Easter, for Christmas, for Mother's Day. I'll probably add some stuff for Father's Day coming up. And I'm always outsourcing designs. I'm working smart. I'm working lazy. I'm trying to do things the easy way, right? So I'm super excited. I was going to say one more thing. Oh yeah. So launch links, you guys, remember we have launch links. I just added the 3rd step. Okay. So create your Printful account. If you're watching this and you're like, I want to use Printify, that's okay. Those are both the platforms that we use, Printful and Printify. Just that's a part of your homework assignment today. Get those accounts created. So by tomorrow, you are ready to go. And I want to acknowledge these comments though. Where to go? Denise is loving these trainings. Giordano, I don't know any other platform that delivers so much. You guys rock. Thank you.
Thank you.
Because we know when you win, we win and vice versa. So we want to make sure that we over deliver. We want to make sure that we are setting you up for success and we're fast tracking you to the life that you desire. We believe that there's room for everyone to win. Keith said that's the ad we should run, a side-by-side cost comparison as extras are added. That would be a good one for sure. Gospel, look at Gospel, you guys. Gospel swag. They're watching the training and they're taking action. They're making it happen. They just said they just added the in-demand feature to my checkout page. They just added the scarcity timer. So I love that. If you are able to watch on one screen and take action on a separate screen, make that happen. Daryl and anyone else who has this question, there are replays. The replays will be up through the week, and
I added it to the launch links too, and I think Daryl is asking for the link.
Okay, yeah. So we'll share that link. Let me present again. Where'd it go? Oh, so right here, you guys, on launch links. I didn't notice that. Right here, the very first one. Launch your merch replays. I just built this out for you guys. Day 2 will be up here. I have to wait till this is live, and I'm going to add day 2, and I'm going to add your homework. So if you're watching this and maybe you missed yesterday or you're catching up, I want you to look at the homework, okay? So you can really take action and make sure you're staying on track throughout these trainings. So I'm going to go ahead and add the day 2 after this. I have to wait for it to be live. And you'll find it on the launch links, okay? Launch your merch, and you have step 1. I think is today the last day to join VIP.
Right now, you know what? I really haven't decided if to take it down. I do know this: if you upgrade through this link here, you get the little extra benefits and bonuses. But if you do it from anywhere else, you won't. I do know that.
Okay.
So we want everyone to join up. The whole point of us doing this is look, we're a business. And we want to get customers and paying customers, and I felt like we don't do a good enough job of sharing the fee. Seriously, people, you cannot get the value stack that we give you for $27 a month anywhere. You can't, because we haven't even shown you pages and funnels and upsells and downsells. Literally, you can't get this anywhere else. And if you're serious about building your business, you want these tools, because these are marketers' tools. These are tools that help you make more money and help you get where you're going. And then we're also on Friday, we're going to shock you about even some more stuff with our CRM and our launch ads and stuff like that as well. So,
yeah. So, okay.
I was just going to say, my last thought was, once you guys see what we offer, and I know Gia Dory, how do you say his name? Giordano?
I'm saying Giordano. So I hope that's proper.
I like that. he said, it's like, really, this is a great value. And if you are in a situation where you really can't afford 27, you're just like, I can't afford. Okay, that's great. You can get started for free. 6% of sales. You still have most of the stuff there. It still works. People still make a lot of money. But then what people find out is they do $1,000 in sales, and then we took $60 instead of 27. So it's better to do the 27. And seriously, if you're real serious about building your merch store and building your merch brand, and getting things going, it's like, you're going to make this happen. You just make it happen. And again, why are we here? Why are we here? Why are we here, buddy? Why are we here?
Would I wear a sweatshirt with another brand's name on it? I walked into this hotel today. I have a sweatshirt on that says my name across the front, and I have a hat on that says my name across the back. Sirhan here, just in case you see me. Why on earth would I wear a sweatshirt with another brand's name on it? Why would I ever walk down the street advertising someone else's logo? I'm a salesperson. I'm an entrepreneur. I'm a brand before I'm a broker, and you all are too. Every single one of you should have sweatshirts and hats with your own names on it. It's not that hard. You should go and do it. Because you know what that's going to do? It's going to reinforce, not just in everybody else's mind, but in your own mind, that you are a CEO that's way bigger than you were. I do that to reinforce it to myself. And it fucking works. And I've been doing it for a long time. And then it starts to transcribe over to social, over to media, and then everything else we do.
I just love that video. It just says it. It just reinforces what you're doing. You're wearing it. You'll probably never find me without wearing something. I either got my water bottle, I got my hoodie, I've got my windbreaker, I've got my hat, I got my laptop case, I got my phone
It's
case.
honestly a little too much. No, I'm joking. He's truly the walking, talking launch cart fiend over here. Sometimes I'm like, Dad, I'm trying to take you out to a nice dinner. I'm like, put a nice shirt on, and then he comes in with a button shirt that still says launch cart.
And then my granddaughter's wearing these Dodger hats because, they're Dodger fans over there, and she's wearing the Dodger hats. So I'm like, I got her a little launch cart hat, and I'm like, I never see her wearing her launch cart hat. Where's the launch cart hat?
She wears it now, okay? She made sure after the last trip that she's like, I gotta find my launch cart hat. Papa keeps asking. Okay, really quick, it's okay. I want to make sure because I want to make sure I'm pronouncing it. So is it Giordano? Giordano? Hope I'm saying this properly.
It's
but
Jordan with a G. Okay, gotcha.
So is it Gordana? You know what? You're at the voice audio me, okay? Facebook. Okay. He says, yep. And then I saw some extra comments I want to acknowledge. Awesome sauce, great product, and people that truly care. Yep. But that's something that I take pride in, that we truly do care. Like, that's something that I got definitely from my dad. That's why he has that nickname, Entrepreneur's Best Friend, because he does care. He's always here to support and give back. And that's the tribe. That's why Justin's a part of us. Justin's the same way. We are creating a tribe of like-minded souls, like-minded individuals, and we're here to be one family, and we're here to connect with you guys, because we know we know on this journey we need truthful, loving, honest people with good values, strong values. Yeah. And then Daryl, I posted the link, so I hope you got it. Okay. So on that link, you'll see the Launch Your Merch pre-plays, you'll see the steps, you'll see the tools, you'll see the bonuses. So make sure
here's a bonus we forgot to tell you about: your launch cart store building checklist. Please get this and make a copy of it, right? You just go up here to file and you go make a copy, and you'll be able to you have your own little checklist. You can print it out.
Yeah.
So that's a cool little tool right there.
So we'll add that to the launch links, you guys. Any of these bonuses, like I'm trying to keep it segmented. So we have the steps, we have the tools, and we have the bonuses. So we'll go ahead and add that on there for you guys. And then really quick, Sherry, thanks so much for this. I'm going to share my daughter's store first. She's 10. I made her a WordPress store when she was 8, but it was too much to keep up. She made sales. She can actually do this herself. Yeah. I think our youngest kid person on LaunchCart, they're like in middle school. And I'm not good at what age that is, but we have I even just launched a store for this guy's daughter. She's in high school, but we have students in middle school, all ages. And it's cool because it's teaching them financial literacy. It's teaching them entrepreneurship. It's giving something for them, for themselves. So that's one of my dad's passions as well, is, teaching the youth. The youth are the next generation, right? So that's awesome, Sherry. Training was awesome. Thank you guys. I love Printful. That's what she uses. I love Printful. I love both Printful and Printify. I just use Printful a little bit more. I'll explain why tomorrow. Awesome, you guys. Okay, before we sign off, I want to hear your takeaways from today. And the reason why I'm going to ask you this throughout the training, so it's just like my dad said, and even Justin mentioned it yesterday. We mentioned it off camera, but like if we're repetitive, it's going to stick with us. So that's why my dad keeps sharing that Ryan Serhant video over and over, so it can get like embedded into our subconscious. So what are some takeaways from today? I know we threw a lot at you, so I'm curious to know what your takeaways are from today.
Could I share my top takeaway?
Yes, of course.
Awesome. Yeah, great training, guys. Yeah, great feedback in the comments, and shout out to, I want to recognize the gospel swag. Yeah, I had a call with him yesterday, so good to see him on here. So yeah, guys, the top takeaway real quick, I'll just share a quick quote. So complicated is interesting, but simple is usable. Right. And so hopefully by now we've really convinced you that, hey, not only is our platform an alternative to other platforms out there, but it's really, we pride ourselves in the technology and the software being so simple, which is usable, and it's very applicable for you to take action, get things going. And it's built for marketers, built by marketers for marketers. And that's why Greg and the tech team came up with this, is because they went through all the pitfalls and the lessons learned, right? There's no failures. There's just lessons learned, right? And so the main takeaway today, guys, is simple is usable, complicated is interesting.
Awesome.
Thank you.
Yes. And look, Sherry has a similar takeaway right there too. My takeaway today is that this is so much easier than I thought it would be. And that's why you're going to hear me say it over and over and over again. That's like Launchcart is simple. It's easy. We have a student in another program that we have, and she was kind of feeling a little bit overwhelmed on one of our calls. And I was like, I don't want to say her name, just, but I'm like, Justin, I promise you, if you just follow the steps in order, I know for sure I'm throwing a lot at you, focus on the first few steps, master that, then move on. Like I promise you, the confidence is going to come, the overwhelm, the fear is going to go away, but you just got to take action. And you're going to find that it is much easier than you thought. And I thought the same thing when Launchcart first, came alive. My dad was like, go play in the platform. I same too, was like, another platform that I got to learn. I kept procrastinating, but I was like, go learn the platform. And look at me now. And I learned it quick. And I know you're like, oh, you're young, you live on technology. No, I still get confused. I still get lost, but that's the thing. Like this platform is built for young kids, older people. Like we have a student who's in their 70s, and I think we might have someone in their 80s. Like anyone can do this. So I love that takeaway. And then Joel. Okay, so Joel's been around forever. So hi, Joel. And Joel goes, I am inspired once again. I love that. Daryl, you guys are amazing. A true godsend to grow my brand. I'm so happy you're here. And then I saw a question really quick. So Pops, if you want to answer it, by Carmen. Is the promotion for the veterans still going on? You're muted.
Yeah, no, we haven't got rid of the promotion for veterans, churches, and nonprofits. So if you go to the homepage of launchcart.com, you'll see a thing on there that says veterans, and that takes you to a link. And then, I'm giving back to the veterans, and giving veterans a lifetime account. And they got to follow some instructions, and they got to file some paperwork. And same thing with a church or a nonprofit.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I'm throwing up. I'm the queen of acknowledgement, but I know we got to wrap it up. You guys are amazing. You guys have stuck with us, but I'm just popping up some of the takeaways in the comments because your support means everything. And I loved what Justin did. He acknowledged who upgraded to the VIP. So I want to acknowledge Sonia. I see Sonia just upgraded to VIP. So we're showing you some love, and we're excited to see you. And we'll actually be seeing all our VIPers in about 15 minutes.
Yeah. We're going to send you a link via email and text. So with that being said, let's wrap it up for today. We'll see you tomorrow. Thank you. God bless you. And do what we do. Wake up every day with an attitude of gratitude. Tell somebody you love them, and we promise you'll have a better day. Signing off, everybody.
Bye, everyone. See you tomorrow.